Hi, I'm Terri Conrad with Bloom True, and this is Mindful Mondays. Each week we drop a new video where we practice the art of mindfulness and abstract watercolor painting. And if this is your first time visiting our channel, I'm glad you're here. Today I want to begin with a parasympathetic nervous system self-regulating practice. This is very simple, and I know that's a mouthful, but what we're going to do is place our hand on our heart, and you'll want to try to sit up straight if you're sitting. Place one hand on your diaphragm so you can feel your breath coming in into your belly, into your diaphragm. One hand on your heart, and you're going to breathe in through your nose 5 times, and each time exhaling through your mouth. And what this will do is release the oxytocin into your body, and that's that feel-good hormone. We all need a little of that right now, right? And what this does is it's really just a gentle self-care opportunity to tell your brain that you're safe and that you're loved. So let's go ahead and begin. Hand on belly, your other hand on your heart, and we're going to inhale through our nose, deep into our belly, and exhale through our mouth 5 times. Let's begin. And 5. Exhale. Feel your shoulders drop. That feels good. I love taking a moment throughout my day just to stop and breathe. It helps me get grounded and release all the noise that's happening around me, and just help me remember to be in the present moment. So I'm going to switch the camera around. I'll show you the supplies we're using today. Very simple, very basic, but fun, enjoyable, and I hope you feel a deep sense of peace and relaxation as we go through this practice. Okay, let's take a look at what we're going to work on today. I have chosen some soft fall colors, and we've got this abstract painting, and these are marks that any of us can make. You do not need to be a seasoned artist to be able to do this, and when we create these repetitive marks, it really invites us again to be in the present moment, to breathe and to relax. And I'm going to guide you through step by step, so no worries about that. I have a couple flat brushes. I have my paints here already mixed up, and I will include down in the list the colors that I've chosen and the brand, but you are able to use any colors that you choose. You can even use a simple paint pan set like this. I think this might have been maybe $20 on YouTube. I'll include a link to that as well. Okay, so we've got our flat brushes, and then we have, for our mark making, I have this fabulous, this is one of my favorites, this gold paint, and that's what these circles are made with just an empty roll that I kept, and I keep that on my desk. I have a gold pen, 2 gold pens, and a mechanical pencil, black marker, and a white Posca pen, but you know what? I may or may not use the white Posca pen. And again, all of these products will be listed down below in the description. So let's go ahead and get started. I think what I'm going to do, I'll talk through part of the video, I'll play some music, and that way my voice will be silent in the background and you can listen to some soft and comforting music and paint along with me. Okay, let's begin. So you gotta look at my sample painting in the beginning, and now we're going to try to replicate that. The first thing you want to do is spritz your pigments, your watercolor, with water. You can use a plastic spray bottle if you have one, or you can just repeatedly dip your brush in water and add that fresh water to each little bowl inside your paint palette. And I'm beginning with a little bit of a burnt orange and just making these repetitive strokes. They don't need to be perfect. It's just a matter of getting that paint down on paper. And then I move into a slightly darker orange. You can add a little bit of brown. If you don't have a darker orange, you can add just a touch of brown to the orange that you do have. I think right now what I'm using is the dragon's blood. You can see that that's a little bit darker. And you can let each stroke be its own variation. It doesn't have to be the same color, moving all the way down. Now I'm using a little bit of a yellow, and then I'm going to rinse my brush and dip it into a touch of this red and go back in, oh, and a little bit of brown. It's fun to mix colors, and while that's a real skill and take some experience, play with it and see what happens for you. So now you can see I'm beginning to paint some larger strokes, longer strokes, and I'm going to go ahead and quiet my voice, play some soothing music, let you watch and learn as I paint, and do as I do as you feel inspired to do. In the end, you'll see that this piece that I'm painting here is not exactly like our sample piece, and that's perfectly okay. I want you to paint what feels right and good for you. There is no right or wrong with this process, and this is exactly what it is. It's a process. It's an opportunity to quiet your mind, quiet your thoughts, and just be present with your brush and enjoy the music that I'm going to play. And we'll see what happens as we come to a close. I'll pop in again and say something just before we finish up. Enjoy. Okay, now our painting is finished and dried, and it's time for us to come in and do some mark making. I'm going to begin with a mechanical pencil, and again, you can follow and do as I do, or you can be moved by your own intuition and follow that and make whatever marks feel right and comfortable for you. So as I said, I'm beginning with a mechanical pencil. I'm just making some lines, and I decided to grab a scratch piece of watercolor paper. Didn't have a ruler handy, and I wanted the bottom of the lines to be even and level, and so I'm using this card as a guide. If you're curious about mark making, I just so happen to have another video on mark making here on YouTube, and I'll include that link in the description below. It's really fun, and it's a great way to be able to just let go, have fun, and play. I was going to use a black marker pen to make some dots, and I decided it would be a lot quicker and more efficient to use this Daler Rowney black acrylic ink. Now, I want to give you a caveat with this. I am just dipping the wand into the ink and gently tapping it onto my painting. Do not squeeze that tip of the wand, because a whole big blob of ink will fall empty onto your painting. So I'm just using the tip and gently, gently tapping onto the painting. Once you're finished making your marks with the black, you can move toward a gold pen or gold ink if you have it. And I am just going to make some small dots and circles, and I think I'll go ahead and speed up the clip here, and you'll still be able to see what I'm doing and get a sense of the marks that I'm making. The piece de la resistance, if you will, for my painting is going to be my gold ink. I love this ink. It just adds such a beautiful touch to any piece that I'm working on. I'm taking the eraser end of a pencil and dipping it into the dragon's blood watercolor and going to make some more polka dots with that. And I'm just randomly placing them. Again, this is an intuitive process. This is an opportunity for you to connect with what you're feeling and what that intuition within you is guiding you to do. That's another really wonderful part of this painting process is connecting to your intuition and learning to trust it. All right, I am just about finished with my painting, and I wonder if you are with yours. Sometimes it's good to just pause and take a step back, look at it, and get a sense of what you feel. And as I do that, I decide that I want to make 2 more marks, and they're just little loopy-loop marks that really have no particular meaning for me, but something that I felt like I wanted to include on my painting, and maybe you do as well. Thanks so much for joining me today. Again, I am Terri Conrad with Bloom True. You might also like to follow me on Terri Conrad Designs on Instagram and at Bloom_True, also on Instagram. And I would love it if you would give me a thumbs up for this video and subscribe to our channel. By subscribing, you'll be the first to receive information about new videos, and it also helps support me and my journey in creating these videos for you, and that means a lot to me. Thanks again. We'll see you next time.